respect for yourself a lot. If you ever wondered whether a girl actually likes you or she's just being friendly, this video is gonna save you so much confusion because most guys miss the signs not because they're clueless, but because nobody ever taught them what flirting actually looks like in real life. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll never second guess yourself again. One of the clearest signs that a girl is flirting with you and not just being friendly is the way she treats you compared to everyone else around her. This is something most guys never think to look at, but it is honestly one of the most important things you can pay attention to. Here's what I want you to do next time you're in a group setting with her. Instead of only focusing on how she acts with you, take a step back and watch how she acts with other people. Does she laugh the same way with the other guys? Does she give them the same energy, the same attention, the same level of interest that she gives you? Because here's the psychological truth behind all of this. A person who's just naturally nice and friendly tends to be that way with pretty much everyone. Their warmth is general, is consistent, and it doesn't really change much from person to person. But when a woman is genuinely attracted to someone, her behavior shifts in very specific ways toward that one person. And a lot of the time she doesn't even fully realize that she is doing it. She becomes more engaged when you're talking. She listens more carefully to what you say. She remembers the little details about your life that you mentioned weeks ago. She is more patient with you, more curious about your opinions, and more emotionally present in conversation with you than with anyone else in the room. These aren't random things. This is attraction showing up in real behavior. So if you have been feeling like she gives you a special kind of energy that feels different from how she treats others, don't dismiss that feeling. Your instincts are picking up on something real, and this contrast in behavior is one of the strongest signs that what she's doing with you is flirting, not just being a friendly person. 2. Let's talk about physical touch because this is one of the most honest and powerful signals of attraction that exists, and it is also one of the easiest to miss because it often shows up in ways that seem totally casual and innocent in the moment. Here's what psychology actually tells us about touch. Humans are very selective about who they physically reach out to, even in small and subtle ways. We all have something called personal space, and we naturally guarded with people we're not emotionally connected to. So when a woman starts voluntarily and repeatedly stepping into your personal space, that's not random and it's not nothing. It might sound really small. She touches your arm, then she laughs at something you said. She fixes your collar or brushes something off your shoulder. She bumps into you playfully during a conversation. She puts her hand on your back when you're walking together through a crowd. None of these things feel like a massive deal in the moment, but when you start adding them up, they tell a very clear story about how she feels. What makes this even more significant is when she touches you and then doesn't pull away quickly. When the touch lingers just a little bit longer than it actually needs to, that extra second of contact isn't accidental. It means that she is comfortable with your physical presence. She enjoys being close to you, and on some level, she wants more of that closeness. The practical thing to take away from this is simple. It's not noticing whether she initiates a physical contact with you more than she does with other people. If the answer is yes, you have a very real and meaningful signal setting right in front of you. Real quick, if any of this says a heading home for you, smash that like button right now because that's how I know to keep making videos like this. And if you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe and hit the bell. Trust me, what's coming next is even better than this. Siri, now let us talk about eye contact because the way a woman looks at you when she's flirting is genuinely different from regular eye contact, and once you know what to look for, you'll never miss it again. Normal, friendly eye contact is polite and moves unnaturally. It doesn't carry a lot of weight and it doesn't linger, but flirting eye contact has a very different quality to it. When a girl is attracted to you, she holds your gaze just a little longer than the situation actually calls for. It isn't uncomfortable staring, it's that specific moment where you both feel something in the air and then one of you looks away and smiles. That moment right there is one of the most classic flirting signals that exist in human behavior. Psychologists also talk about something called the triangle gaze, which is where her eyes move from one of your eyes to the other and then briefly down to your lips before coming back up. This moment happens almost completely subconsciously. She's probably not even aware she's doing it, but it is a deeply wired biological signal that her brain is registering attraction. Another thing to pay close attention to is what she does right after she looks away from you. If she looks down and a smile appears on her face, that's textbook flirting behavior. It means something she just experienced and that interaction made her feel something good and she's trying to contain it. From a practical standpoint, the next time you're talking to her, stop worrying so much about what you're gonna say next and just pay attention to her eyes. The information you're looking for is already right there. 4. Let us get into something that a lot of people overlook completely. The way she texts you. In today's world, texting is actually one of the clearest windows into how someone feels about you because texting requires effort and intention, and people almost never give that effort to someone they're not interested in. So, here's what you need to start paying attention to. First, look at her response time when a girl is just being friendly. She replies when it's convenient for her, sometimes quickly, sometimes after a few hours, and it's pretty inconsistent. But when she's flirting with you, she tends to reply fast, even when she's busy. That fast reply is her brain telling her that talking to you feels good and she wants to keep that feeling going. Second, look at the length and quality of her messages. Is she giving you one-word answers or is she actually engaging with what you said, adding her own thoughts, asking you questions back, and keeping the conversation alive? A girl who's just being nice will respond to be polite. A girl who's flirting will respond because she genuinely wants to keep talking to you. Third, look at whether she initiates conversations. If she's texting you first without a specific reason, just to share something funny, to check in on you, to tell you about something that happened in her day, that is one of the biggest signs of genuine interest. People don't reach out to people they aren't thinking about. If she's texting you first, it means you're on her mind, and that's a very meaningful thing. Drop this in the comments right now. Has a girl ever given you these signs and you completely missed them? Tell me what happened. 5. Here's something that most guys completely underestimate: the way she laughs around you. Now, obviously, everyone laughs, and laughter by itself doesn't mean much, but the specific quality of her laughter when she's around you versus when she's around other people tells you a lot about how she feels. When a girl is flirting with you, she laughs more easily in your presence. Things that are only mildly funny become genuinely funny to her because she is in a heightened emotional state around you. Her brain is releasing dopamine when she's near you, and that makes everything feel lighter and more enjoyable. So if you notice that she laughs at things you say even when they're not that hilarious, or if her laugh around you seems more relaxed and open than it does in other conversations, that is her body responding to attraction. There's also something called the laugh and look pattern, where after she laughs at something, she instinctively looks at you to see your reaction. This is a deeply subconscious social behavior that signals that she cares about your response. She wants to connect with you in that moment, and she's checking to see if you're enjoying the interaction as much as she is. Beyond laughter, pay attention to her overall energy when she's around you. Does she seem more alive, more animated, more talkative than usual? Does she seem like she's having more fun than she does in other conversations? That shift in energy isn't random. It's what attraction does to a person, and it's one of the most genuine and reliable signs you'll ever find. 6. Let us talk about something that goes a little deeper: the way she remembers things about you. This one is huge, and it is something that people rarely talk about when it comes to flirting signals. But as a psychologist, I can tell you it's one of the most meaningful ones on this entire list. Our brains are designed to remember things that matter to us. We forget things all the time: conversations, details, random information, but we hold on to the things that are connected to people and experiences that carry emotional weight for us. So when a girl remembers a small specific things you told her, your favorite movie you mentioned once 3 weeks ago, the name of your dog, that thing that happened at your job that you only brought up briefly, the way you take your coffee, she's showing you that she was paying close attention when you were talking, and people don't pay that kind of close attention to someone unless they genuinely care. This is not something you can fake or force. It happens naturally when someone is interested in another person. The practical thing to take from this is simple. Start noticing whether she brings up things from past conversations. Does she follow up on something you told her before? Does she ask how something turned out that you mentioned previously? These aren't small things, they're signs that you have been on her mind, that she was actually listening when you spoke, and that she values what you share with her. In a world where most people are distracted and have frozen in conversations, someone who truly remembers you is someone who's genuinely interested in you. If you wanna always be the first one to watch our new videos, don't forget to subscribe. 7. Now let us talk about something that might surprise you: teasing and playful banter. A lot of guys misread this one because teasing can feel like the opposite of flirting, but actually it is one of the most classic and consistent signs of attraction that psychologists have studied. When a girl teases you in a light, playful way, making fun of something small you said, giving you a hard time about a joke, poking fun at your taste in music or movies, she's not being mean. She's creating intimacy. She's building a little private world between the two of you where you have your own jokes and your own energy. Teasing requires comfort, and comfort requires connection. You don't playfully tease someone you feel nothing for. The kind of banter only happens when there's already a certain level of emotional investment. The key thing to distinguish here is the tone. Playful teasing feels warm and fun. It makes you both laugh and it pulls you closer together. It's the kind of interaction that leaves you feeling good and wanting more of it. This is completely different from actual criticism or coldness, which feels distancing and heavy. So if she's giving you a hard time in a way that makes you both smile, if she's creating inside jokes with you, if she's engaging in that back and forth banter that feels like its own little game between the two of you, that is flirting. That is her way of building a connection with you and enjoying your dynamic in a way that goes beyond regular friendship. 8. Closing. Okay, so we have covered a lot of ground in this video, and I wanna leave you with something really important before you go. Something that ties everything together and gives you a practical way to actually use all of this in your real life. Here's the thing about flirting signals. No signal sign on its own is enough to tell you the full story. A girl might remember things about you because she has a good memory. She might touch your arm because she is a naturally touchy person. She might text back fast because she doesn't have a lot of going on that day. But here's where it gets really clear. When you start seeing multiple signs showing up consistently and specifically with you, that's when you know something real is happening. The pattern is everything. So what I want you to do starting from today is this: stop analyzing individual moments and start looking at the bigger picture. Pay attention over time. Notice whether these behaviors show up repeatedly, whether they're directed at you specifically, and whether her overall energy around you feels different from how she is with other people. And here's the most important thing of all: don't let the fear of being wrong stop you from responding to these signals, because here's what I see all the time with the people I work with. A girl sends every signal In the book, the guy sees them but talks himself out of believing them, and then the moment passes and nothing happens. Don't be that person. Trust what you're observing. Trust your instinct and give her something to respond to. Attraction only grows when both people are brave enough to engage with it. Thanks for watching all the way through. Now go ahead and send this to your crush or your partner. The next video is made just for you. Take care.